Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a love reading, so we'll be looking at energy that's coming into your life, new connections, or it could also apply to a current connection you find yourself in. As always, we have our piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 4 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can book that in the description box as well. That being said, I will leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the pink quartz, rose quartz heart, then this one is for you. Beautiful, soft pink rose quartz this one is. And I think it represents quite a lot around the love that you're attracting. And I think it's also your nature to be a very soft, gentle, warm, nurturing person. I think that's the type of love you would like to attract as well, or maybe you already have. If this is a love reading, it could touch on a connection that you're already in, or it could be more about a future love energy, but we will get to it and unpack this for you. So fun little bonus love reading. So the first card you chose was Surrender. And it says, at times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So it's interesting actually to see the way the cards have come out here as well. It does look like for some of you, you may have already met this person, but obviously not for everybody. Some people, this will be how the connection goes when you do meet them. So yeah. It is definitely a card that's going to have you surrendering. Surrendering a card, a person, a relationship that's going to have you surrendering maybe all you thought you knew. But anyway, let's jump into a little bit of who they are. We've got two cards representing them, and one is the Messiah and then the Scarab Beetle. And this is a really powerful person. Messiah, serving humanity with humility. The shadow attribute is exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. And I really don't think that's the case, especially seeing these cards here and seeing the Scarab Beetle. Magic works through you. And that is this person. Magic works through them. They are definitely somebody who is of service to other people. You could find them in so many different roles in the community, or like always having something to do with helping people. They could be a very important member of their family, someone that other members of their family really depend upon. I feel like I keep seeing a nurse. For some of them, they work in the medical field. So that could be somebody who works in medicine, or it could be a nurse. There's also with the Scarab Beetle a connection to ancient Egypt. So for some, these people may be like messengers or like priestess energy. This person could be have shamanic abilities. They could be a healer. Male, female, doesn't matter. I'm kind of touching on both sides because everyone listening will be looking for someone different, of course, but I definitely see a lot of magical ability. Maybe they're somebody who understands astrology and symbology quite well. They know how to deal with really different types of people too. Like you could put this person in a room with any type of person and they're going to know how to navigate communication with that person in a way that leaves both of them feeling good. Like they know how to hold space for people who are going through challenges. I think it's like they know a deep part of them. They've always known their whole life that they need to be of service in some way, or they're here to help people. They just know that, and that's what they do. So, and it doesn't mean they need to be in a noble role like nursing or something like that. These people could be in an everyday job, but the way they conduct themselves and the way they communicate with the people that come into their world, magic works through them. I feel like as well they've got a lot of experiences here in the past that helps them speak to people. That's why they can probably get along with so many people and understand them. Like they have a way of spell casting in their words. Like they plant seeds in people's minds to help them evolve and grow. And half the time they're not even meaning to do that, but that's just the type of person they are. So you may already know this person, or like I said, this could be someone coming in. So how does it all start? Interesting. We've got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups first of all, and then the Two of Cups were the first cards out. I'm like, wow, what a beautiful beginning to this connection. There's an instant sparks of attraction here and so much soft, gentle love. Look at this, such companionship and a meeting of the minds. See the way their foreheads touch together. Like, I feel like that might be a sign of affection you share with this person, where your foreheads just touching foreheads together, because it feels so good to connect with their energy and they feel the same about you. I do feel here with the Page of Wands, like one of you, sorry, Ace of Wands, I feel like this is you maybe. That might be them, but it could be the other way, whatever. I feel like one person comes in with all of the passion, the fire, and wants to drive things forward and sees vision for this connection, and the other one is more receptive and goes with the flow and follows their lead. So you'll see that one person is a little bit more assertive and makes things happen, maybe asks for the first date, and the other one is just there to, you know, receive and give their love and share their input. I do feel like, yeah, they might be the Ace of Cups person. You might be the one driving things forward, but that is the beginning. So maybe this beginning already happened, or maybe it's yet to happen. Like I said, everyone will be different, but there is a lot of sparks flying and it feels so good to be connected to this person. You feel like you've found your best friend, you've found a match. So in this situation, things seem to take a bit of a turn, which is really interesting to me because of how deeply connected everything feels. We have the Three of Swords out next, so it tells me that there's another person involved in this situation potentially. Maybe they have an ex, or maybe you have an ex. And like it says over here, at times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. So maybe there's still some things that need to be cleared up from the past that haven't been cleared up yet. We have the Seven of Wands here and the King of Pentacles. So it could be the masculine energy that hasn't got things cleared up yet. They want to bring stability to the connection. They want to be a provider. That's really important to who they are. They really do want to be a provider. This could be you, it could be them. Take it how it resonates, but I feel like it's the masculine who hasn't really cleared up past energies, or they have something that they still need to deal with here. I don't believe that dishonesty and cheating is involved in this situation. I really don't. I feel like it's something that's very open here, but that's probably why the Seven of Wands is here too, because they kind of need to like defend their position and that they're not being dishonest, but there is pain in the situation. So it does look like this connection goes through its fair share of trials, and I feel like it's like, see how these two are working together to keep the floodwaters out? Like I feel like you do try to work together to from outside sources. Like it could be external sources that cause this pain and this connection, but it also shows that like you're working hard to protect this, because there's a lot of gold here. Like you guys could do a lot together. I'm getting power couple vibes. There's so much abundance you could create together here in this connection, but there's a lot of external turbulence that needs to be dealt with. And then we have the World and the Nine of Swords. So the World and the Nine of Swords shows that there has to be some sort of ending in this connection, and it causes a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, because perhaps it was just, you know, it's such a beautiful connection. Why does it have to end? It feels really, really painful to go through this ending, and it's not the type of love reading you want to hear, but it is the truth. And if you chose this pile, then that's what the message is. You can always click into a different pile if you feel like this doesn't resonate, or you know, some messages are not so comfortable to hear, but we're given the truth here on this reading, and it is the Nine of Swords with a lot of stress around this connection. So maybe negative thinking, wondering like, can it stand the test of time? Will it evolve past this challenge, and what's going on? You know, if they still need to clear up things from their past, are they able to really close that out? Maybe they've got a bit of fear around ending a cycle with someone else, or maybe they're still co-parenting with someone else and they need to work things out with that other person. And you know, things can get quite complicated when there's that sort of thing involved. And then in the further down the line energy, I didn't even make a spread here. I'm just like, I saw the oracles and there's like a bunch of channeled messages I'll show you in a moment. But the way it's unfolded, I've just let it go. Just let it unfold, because like I felt like this type of reading couldn't really be put into a spread. I mean, it probably could, but anyway, this is how I've done it. So next we have the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups is a card of sadness. It can be a card of regret, remorse, disappointment, feeling very let down by things that haven't worked out. But the interesting thing about this is the Four Cups are outside and they're actually being filled by the rain. So it's telling me that although this situation takes I heard hiatus, it takes a bit of a left turn, or a turn you didn't expect, something about it is still serving you. Something about it is still serving you and filling your cups. There's something here that is still fulfilling you in some way, and only time will tell, I guess. Only you'll know what that is as it unfolds. And with the Ace of Swords next, I feel like a bit of Hermit energy whenever I use this deck and see this card. I do feel like there's Hermit, so maybe there's like disconnect and you don't speak to this person for some time. But then we have the Three of Wands and the Empress, so it's like part of you is waiting for this person to return, or if it's the other way around and you're needing to return, it's like you just hope that they're living their best life. You both hope the best for each other while you're waiting for things to unfold and for things to come back together, if that's what you're hoping for with this person. Some of you will not want to come back together with this person, or they won't want to come back together with you, whoever it is that was left. You know, the person who left is the one who will come back to try again, but then it's up to the other person. I think the ball will be in their court to be the one who chooses if they're willing to accept that or not, because everything was so beautiful and then something happened and it turned the other way, and it's up to them to find that forgiveness or to be able to come back together. But there is hope for that, and I feel like it's almost like the universe is conspiring for that to be the case, especially with these cups being filled on the outside of the window. There's usually one empty cup in the Four of Cups, but that's not the case here. And this person has like a lot of comfort here in their companion at home. So I feel like, you know, whoever it is that is left behind is going to be doing just fine. Like, yeah, it will hurt and it will be painful for them, but they're sort of just waiting for things to come back around, or waiting for their turn. Or maybe they're waiting for someone else in love to come along, whatever the universe has for them, has in store for them. But I see like a bit of a wish upon a star with Three of Wands here. So they're really hoping for this connection to come back around. And then in more cards that I pulled, another section, we have the Fool and the King of Swords. So the King of Swords comes forward and wants to have a conversation about a new beginning. But then the Queen of Swords is here with the Two of Swords in the middle. So there's like, there needs to be probably a few conversations to bring this back together if you decide to work it out, and like really think about things logically and how things are going to work out, because whatever went wrong would be different for everybody. But there's definitely an opportunity here to work things out and talk things through, and it may not result in that working out, or it may. Like, this is a real 50-50 one. Like, I could flip a coin right now. I almost feel like flipping a coin. I'm not gonna, you can flip a coin. But there is conversation here about, you know, what to do in this situation. Should we give it another go and make this work, or should we leave this behind and cut our losses here? I really feel like there's a meeting of the minds with the King and Queen of Swords here. Although you both have struggled with the Two of Swords between you both, like pulled between your head and your heart space, like part of you says like wants one thing, but then the mind, I think, is fearful of being hurt again, or, you know, is this past situation really resolved? Are you actually ready to, you know, move forward together? So I feel like this will make or break you in this connection. Yeah, definitely make or break. And then I asked for a little bit of outcome energy if we could get it. We've got Strength here, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Pentacles. So it really depends on your individual situations for this particular energy that's coming towards you and how it will end up. Because with Strength here and the Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles, it shows that like it can go either way. The Wheel of Fortune can really turn either way, and it's up to you or the other person, whoever is the ball in their court, to have that strength to move through the seasons that you guys will face together and build something long lasting, or to decide to walk away and build something long lasting elsewhere. But for most of you, I feel like you will try to pull it together with this person, because there is a lot of love here. Let's maybe get, yeah, 10 of Wands. It's a really heavy situation to go through. Is there anything else about outcome energies that we can see for this connection? I think that would be nice. And then we'll go into the channeled messages that are here for you. Page of Cups. Somebody is definitely wishing for that. There's a lot of sweet feelings. There's a lot of friendship here. The connection is very beautiful. Patience with the Temperance card. It really, the Hermit on the bottom. It's going to take time if this connection does come back around. It may also be that you've made a friend and you have that understanding, and you know, it really depends on your individual situation. 6 of Swords, you may choose to let this one go. You may choose to just maintain friendship with this person, but otherwise go off on your own journey. 10 of Swords, yeah, 10 of Swords. And the 5 of Cups, it's a really heartbreaking one. Like, who wants to give, I just saw the Devil there, so there's a lot of attraction. There's a lot of attraction in your time together, and it makes like it really even more painful to pull away. And there's a lot of memories made. 6 of Cups here as well, reflecting on the past and what could have been. You know, so it's like somebody come in and trampled all over their flowers and left them, and now they have to, you know, deal with the heartbreak and the mess that they've left behind. So it almost makes me not want to even post this video. I'm like, just want to give up now, because who wants to get this type of reading? But it is what it is, and we need to be honest about it. So here we are. I think it's going to be a great deal of strength for both of you to have to move through this situation. So let's go into the channeled message cards from them, or it could be from you. Take it how it resonates. But channeled messages are wait. So yeah, maybe they want you to wait while they go and deal with their past, or vice versa. Do you even care? Somebody feels like the other person does not care about their feelings. We have I am sorry. I hope you'll wait for me. And I know you from somewhere, which is equivalent of the 6 of Cups. So there's definitely this hope that things will come back together, and somebody is really sorry for the way things have turned out. We've got another set of cards here as well to show this connection, but it does look like it's not a connection that will last, but it will leave a lasting impression. And maybe they set the mark high for you for future connections. Like you can see at the start here, this is so beautiful and healthy. It's hard to see why this takes a turn, you know, for the worst, but it definitely shows like what a beautiful, loving connection can feel like for you. So you have unfamiliar, incomparable love. Sex feels magical, unlike any other experience. So you really do feel that way about each other. I feel that there's something very, very special between you both. We have grudges. I am sorry, it says up the top here. So you've got sorry twice. Someone's really sorry about how things have unfolded here. Anger issues, holding on to a resentment, tit for tat attitude. So someone maybe isn't able to find forgiveness in this situation. Protection, making you feel safe, feeling protective of you, protecting your well-being. So there's definitely someone here that feels extremely protective of the other person. Vice versa, I'm actually getting. I feel like you're both protective of each other. Happiness, feeling peaceful, complete, and more ups than downs. Love brings happiness. And it's such a shame to see all these beautiful energies and for it to not actually work out. Karmic cycle, lessons must be learned, unresolved past life issues. This love is teaching you. It's definitely teaching you. There's so many things you will learn, whether this is something that happens very quickly. I do feel like it won't be something that's overly drawn out, just given the way it just turns really quickly with the cards here. Like, it's such a beautiful person. It's almost like right person, wrong time. And then forgiveness, the ability to process the pain, able to put the past behind, having a positive perspective. But like I said, some of you it may work out, but I do feel for a lot of you it likely will be one that you leave behind, but it leaves a lasting impression for group 1's reading. So that is what I have for you in this brief little love message. And I think I might do another one in the future that's like looking at current connections in just how they're feeling and what they're processing and where they're at. Maybe I should do that one as well. I don't do them enough, so I'm like, oh, where do I start? But anyway, if you would like a private reading, you can book that in the description box below, Group 1. I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye. Hey, Group 2. Welcome to your reading, your love reading. If you have chosen the Carnelian Heart, then this is going to be for you. And there's a real depth to this particular stone. Sometimes it reminds me of a blood clot or something really deep inside. And carnelian is a stone ruled by the sacral chakra that is really supportive of our creativity, our libido, our sexual expression, fertility as well. Definitely a powerful stone for couples and intimate relationships. So you may find that this person, whether you know them already or are yet to meet them, you will find that this connection maybe just gets deeper and deeper the more time goes on. And the heart card that I have for you is transformation. It's really on the back here. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So this is the type of relationship I'm feeling that may be a bit of a slow burn. It may not take off initially very quickly, but it is something that will help you transform. It says love conquers and transforms all things. So this person may be somebody who can help you heal a broken heart, or move through, transform, or overcome things that have been really challenging for you in the past. And the more you go through this with this person as they guide you and be your friend, I feel like things will only get deeper and deeper over time, which is really beautiful. That's what you want in a connection, isn't it? So let's have a look at who they are. So these two cards are representing them as a person. We'll start with this one, the Divine Child. This is an archetype card. The light attributes, innocence, purity, and redemption, suggests a special connection with the divine. The shadow attribute, the inability to defend oneself against negative forces. I do feel like it's the Divine Child, the light attribute here, with the innocence, purity, a special connection with the divine. This is somebody who, they may not even be consciously aware of it for some of them. Some of them very much spiritual person and they're very consciously aware, but others that you meet, if you meet someone who's not consciously connecting, you can very much see the evidence of how they do unconsciously connect with spirit and just have this beautiful, like, it's like they're blessed. Like maybe, oh gosh, Tilly is on the table and she's not feeling the best, so she's about to knock things around. She's trying to get comfy in the worst spot, aren't you, darling? No, don't rub up on the camera. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, the Divine Child. What was I even saying? Ripped right out of it. You will be able to see the mark in which this person is blessed in their life, though. Like they may have gone through a lot in their journey, but you can tell that they remain optimistic. They don't let things taint them or ruin, their future experiences, that type of thing. I think there's someone who, as it says here, redemption, innocence, purity. Like look at the beautiful child here, open-hearted. They may have someone with darker hair as well, or darker complexion, but their arms are wide open and they're very playful, very fun person. But you can tell that they're blessed in some way. And then we also have the dragonfly spirit to show who they are. Number 22 here. Wow, I didn't see that before. Divine counterpart relationships. You may feel like this is a very strong partnership for you. And with the dragonfly spirit, truth transcends illusion. I feel like this is representing someone who's gone through their own dark night of the soul. Whether they're consciously connecting to that or not, they've gone through their own experiences and that have been really, really hard. Like maybe they had a really rough childhood or something and they've grown out of challenge and adversity and become something really, really beautiful and created better for their lives, and they continue to create better. Maybe they're also someone who helps other people come through harder times. I actually feel like going to the book for this. We might do that. Where is it? Dragonfly Spirit is here to remind you of the wisdom and truth available at all times in the hidden realms. Just as Dragonfly catches your eye with its reflective wings and body, the Spirit appears to tell you to pay attention to the truth behind illusion and recognize the insights that come seemingly out of nowhere, peeking from behind the veil. In the realm of Spirit, there is far more wisdom than you can perceive with your senses, and there is a deep knowing that you are not separate or alone. For a higher power recognizes you and loves you beyond measure. Fear dissipates as you realize you are embraced by the nurturing force that is everywhere, always, and in communication with you. Love exists in many forms, and sometimes we overlook it when we don't recognize a particular form. Pay attention to the signs now. They may remind you that each of us has inspired dreams and seamlessly sewn into the fabric of the invisible world. And there is a great consciousness that exists in the seemingly empty spaces guiding us on our journey. Open to the truth and letting wisdom of the hidden realms inform you, providing insights your conscious mind overlooks. Yeah, I feel like they unconsciously connect to a lot of wisdom. So they may not be a very spiritual person, like consciously, or they may not say that they are, but they have their own internal connection that they trust, and they may not know how to put label to it. Maybe that's why at first you might overlook this person and think that, you know, you might want someone who is more consciously connected to those energies, but this person is just as connected. They just have a different way of going about it. That's what I feel for them. And they have a very beautiful energy. So let's get into these cards. They're pretty interesting. We're starting out with where you're at. Group 1, I didn't really give direction. Maybe you came from group 1, I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't know. I felt like just going with the flow for group 1. So maybe that was also kind of indicating what that path would be like with that particular connection, like sort of no one knows where it's going, that type of thing. Whereas this one I felt more like a directed spread, like I'm going to put this bit and this bit and that bit. And so maybe it's, yeah, that's also indicative of this connection and having it sort of a bit more thoughtfully, like you know more of what you want out of this connection, or how things should unfold, and a bit more of a plan maybe. But anyway, so starting out with the 5 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, 4 of Swords. This is your energy when you're meeting them, or before when you meet them. So with the 5 of Cups, you've just come through a very painful situation. There's grief here. So you may be feeling very sad and missing somebody, or feeling like quite hurt about a past relationship. There's grief here. And then with the 7 of Cups, I feel like when I see this, it's like maybe you've decided to put yourself out there, or maybe it's online dating. There's lots of different options, or you've got yourself in a situation in life where you just like, maybe you just literally have a lot of options, but you're not sure which way to go. And it's like you're sort of still navigating through pain at this time. With the 4 of Swords as well, with the heart that's being mended here. So I feel like you've perhaps taken a bit of time out on your own before you meet this person, and you have some options to consider. Obviously not all of them are good options. We've got a snake slithering out of one of them, you know, but you know, there are good options in the mix. And it's like when you meet them, I feel like you're not really expecting to find anything too good. Part of you still feels maybe a little bit hurt from the past and not entirely open, but still, for some reason, you're open enough to attract them in, because you've got the 7 of Cups here and the reading is happening, and you know, they're coming in. So for better or worse, they're here, or will be soon. So how they see you when they first meet you, how they connect to your energy, what they think of you. First we have the 10 of Wands, so they can see that you've been through a lot in your path, and maybe you have children, or maybe you've had a marriage and a divorce, or maybe you're going through some sort of you know, like separation or something here. With the 10 of Wands being here, they see that you do have some baggage that you're carrying with you. And then the 7 of Pentacles, it's like they see you as somebody who can start over again, or somebody who knows how to make something grow. Like you have the power to make things great, even though something has been really challenging for you. They know you've been through your fair share of challenges somehow. That's how they perceive you when they meet you. And but they feel like they want to invest, they want to help you. There's something about you that shows that you're really invested in your own life, and I think that's very, very attractive to them. And no matter what the struggles are or how much it is you have responsibility on your shoulders, you seem to kind of make it look almost like effortless. They're very proud of you for how far you've come, and somehow in the way that they see you at the start, they see that you've put in a lot of work to get to where you are. Next, they have the Nine of Cups and then the Queen of Wands as well. So you are absolute wish fulfillment for them. Like, they feel like they have struck gold, and also physically attractive. So they definitely see someone who's been through a fair bit in their journey. They've carried a lot on their own. They've made something great for themselves, and they're just so delighted to have come into connection with you. They feel really, really attracted to you. I think they also feel like you're a very attractive person. You could probably have anyone. They might feel a little bit intimidated by that sometimes. Maybe not. I don't fully know. Some of them will, some of them won't. Hopefully they don't. And if they do, it's like, it's not a bad thing. It's not like a jealousy thing. It's more of a compliment. They're just like, they're in awe of your power. You're definitely somebody who's very spiritually connected, and they can see your power. They can feel your energy when they're around you. You're someone who is very, very unique. You've got your own flair, your own style, and I think that's just something they haven't come across before. They haven't met anyone like you before. Especially you're something about your story. There's something about your story that as they come to learn who you are and what you've been through, they're going to be just in awe of you because of how beautiful you are and how you've turned, something really hard into literal gold. Like, you've really, maybe you're resonating with this dragonfly spirit where you've come from the darkness and into the light, into something really, really beneficial for yourself. You've created that, you've done it. So how you're feeling around them and how your feelings are as things take off. First, you have the Queen of Cups. So you definitely got I feel like there's like a sweetness there, there's a softness there. I think you like their kindness. You feel like they're very gentle with you. They're like you could open up to them about almost anything. It's like you can speak from the heart and talk about how you're feeling. You can talk about your connection, how you feel, but not just your connection with them, your connection with spirit, your connection with your intuition, with healing, with all of these things. I think it's something they appreciate in you. And I feel like you are feeling appreciated by them. And then with the Two of Wands, I'll hold them all up. We have the Two of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. So when chances are for you meeting them, you may be still moving through, like we saw at the start, a lot of heavier emotions, but this person comes in and helps you feel lighter, and they help you look towards the future. But you still seem to be navigating an ending here when you meet them. Like, maybe you're not fully over it yet, or maybe you're expecting this to end as well, like not feeling very hopeful about connections at this time. But suddenly you see that there's like a new opportunity with this person. It's like, see what I mean about it's a slow burn? Like, it doesn't just take off out of nowhere and hot, heavy passion. Like, I think group 1 had a fair bit of that, but group 2 is, more like, it's like two everyday people meet each other and just like take it at their everyday pace or something. I don't know, like there's no expectations projected onto this connection. It just is what it is, and it becomes what it needs to become. Oh look, I just dropped the opportunity. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But here we've got the Ace of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Might put those down. Four of Wands and the Ace of Wands here. So slowly, as you sort of move through this crossroads energy you've come through here, where you've left something behind, and I think you slowly give this person a chance or take an opportunity here. With the Four of Wands, you may also like meet out in your community, or go to literally like a dance gathering or a festival or something together, or some sort of event you may attend together. Or it could also be that this is a home card as well. Maybe they live close to your homes, or maybe they come to visit your home, or you go to visit their home, and And that's when slowly passion starts to spark up. So I feel like this is a more grounded connection first before things become just like the carnelian, getting deeper and deeper, and this card as well saying that your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Like, it doesn't happen straight away, but slowly there is like a real depth there. The underlying energy is the Six of Cups, so there's definitely a feeling of maybe knowing each other in a past life, or just, yeah, feeling at home with this person. Six of Cups is definitely soulmate energy. You've got the Three of Cups under that, you've got the Six of Wands, you've got the Ten of Pentacles. So this has definitely got a lot of potential and a really deep sense of friendship first. And this is a connection that you want to show off to your friends, or you want to show off to the world, but all in good time. I feel like connection and getting to know each other is something you take nice and slowly, and it's potential to build something to last. Like, this is potential, this connection, to really stand the test of time and, you know, create children and leave a legacy behind for your future children, for your family. But anyway, how is this connection progressing? How things unfold? Well, we had strength, we had the Three of Pentacles, Four of Cups. And with this person really does work together with you to help you overcome the things that haven't worked out, that you're still feeling pained about. They're there for you, and they don't want to push things. And at first I feel like you're not so sure about them. I feel like you're like, I don't know, maybe I want to see what else is out there, or, you know, you're not feeling overly optimistic or hopeful at the start. They're more of just a friend at first, potentially, and you may not see them that way straight away. But there is this beautiful opportunity. And what does the opportunity blossom into? We have the Magician, the Two of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. So it shows that over time that you, if you so choose, this connection can really forge together and create something so beautiful. This is a happy ever after type of connection, and it does not mean every single person connecting to this is going to find their happy ever after within this person, because this is a general reading, but you can see that this connection definitely has a lot of potential. Free will is involved here, and every situation will be a little different, but there is a high chance that if you're choosing this pile, the next person you meet, or the person you're already in connection with, if that's resonating with you, that it will be something very long lasting and bring you a lot of happiness, and also help you move through things that have been painful in the past. So whether or not that's a forever thing, you know, that's up to, who knows, you, divine destiny. There's so many things at play when we consider that, and everything is always changing. So, you know, it's definitely a beautiful connection. There's so much soulmate energy here, and I feel like you encourage each other to chase more and become more in life. Maybe not chase more, but to expand and excel and learn new things. So I feel like this person has big dreams, and they're going through their own changes of becoming in their own life. And yeah, I feel like there's really strong home family vibes here too. So having children together is high potential if you are wanting that, or just joining each other's families and getting to know them and their world and the people in it. All of those things. And like, I'm just seeing like the hand color difference here. So some of you may be from a different nationality. There could be like distinct differences, like maybe they've got darker hair, you've got blonder, lighter hair, or vice versa. So we'll go to the channeled messages and then some uncover love oracle messages. So first you have, you are so beautiful. And it also says, why do you need me? I feel like this is a Nine of Wands sort of vibe. So this is someone who like has been through a bit and maybe doesn't feel quite good enough at the start. Like, they think that you are so beautiful, you could have whoever you want, so why would you choose them or something? They might be not so certain of themselves. Now maybe that's why you're not so certain of them. It could be mirrored back to them. But what do you want? So they really want to know how you feel. Maybe you're not very good at opening up about how you feel, or maybe because of what you've been through, you know, you're not really in a hurry to open up about how you feel. It says be more selfish. They want you to put yourself first. They have no expectations of you, and I do feel like that's a really positive be more selfish card. Like, they want you to do what's right for you. They have the card definitely, like they feel like you're a sure thing. They really like, this is like the opposite of the Tower for me. Like they definitely feel like you're someone they could build with, and they can see that. They want you to make it clear though. I want you to choose. They want you to make it clear what it is that you want. And maybe you sit on the fence and they're like, really wish you would come forward and say yes to them. So you could leave them a little while before you actually say, yes, I want to, you know, go exclusive or make something out of this. And then they have, I have so much desire for you. So they really, really dig your vibe, and they want you to choose, but they have a lot of desire for you, and I think they make that known, they make that clear. But some of you, this whole thing could be vice versa, it could be the other way around. Like, seriously, take it how it resonates. And then we have some Uncover Love, and in this deck, there's a lot of very negative and very positive aspects of relationships and ways of relating, and you've got all positive ones, so it's definitely a good sign. We have faithfulness, no other like you, getting rid of distractions, you're always on their mind. They're definitely faithful to this connection. Trust, they trust your actions, they feel they can depend on you, no doubt. They don't doubt your intentions. We have extra effort, they go out of their way to help, always there for you, your happiness is important. They're likely to bring you flowers and do sweet things to think of you, make life easier for you. Enthusiasm, they feel butterflies, excited to be with you, tells everyone about you. We had that show you off with the Six of Wands there too. Intimacy, emotional closeness, deep mutual connection, feeling secure and loved. And sacrifices, compromise, open-minded, flexibility, and giving up something. So well, you can see here as well, like it takes a while to get off the ground. So, you know, there may need to be some sacrifices before that can happen. And with the big cross on the back, maybe some of that is with regards to beliefs or lack thereof. Maybe some of it's in just regards to the past, like letting things go so that there can be room for this connection. Open-mindedness, like, yeah, I do feel like one of you brings the other one into a whole new world that they've never explored before. And I think it might be you bringing them into a world they haven't explored. But like I said, it could be vice versa. You'll know where you fit in this reading. But yeah, that is what I have for you, group 2, for this love reading. That was pretty interesting. I'd like to do some more love readings in the future if I get the free time. But anyway, I hope that's given you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance in future love, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 2. Hey, group 3, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the pink opal heart, then this will be your reading. Pink opal heart is a stone of being unapologetically yourself. So not caring what other people think and just being who you want to be, regardless of what other people want or need. So I feel like how that ties into the reading we'll get to soon. I don't want to give it all away too quickly. So group 3, let's have a look at this connection. This is a connection that may already be in your life, but the main intention was for who's coming in, and what they're going to be like. So, you know, whether you want to embrace it or avoid it like the plague, it's up to you. So we have here some energy of Leo, Aquarius. So that could be a very fixed energy, somebody who's very stubborn, or someone who's very, well, Aquarius and Leo are actually two opposites. They're directly across from each other too. So you could find that you're opposites with this person in many ways. Or there could be like a little bit of headbutting in that sense, that you've got, you know, you're both very strong people. But anyway, we'll start with this card here, and it says, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life or love. And I don't know about you, but I read the message between the lines with that one, and I'm just thinking, well, if anything, this connection will help you understand life or love a little bit more. There is no right or wrong, which tells me there will be something that maybe feels not so right, you know, and some things that feel not so wrong. Anyway, where do we even start? Right, look at the past, no, not the past energy, I'm just so used to saying that. We'll look at their energy first, and these two cards represent who they are. So you have Don John with the light attribute of spotlights your positive, seductive qualities, and then the shadow attribute is using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. And then you have the snake spirit with time to heal. And I do feel like it's possibly that this person is more in the shadow attribute of using the power of a romantic attraction for private agenda. But I think it could be both. They could also spotlight your positive, seductive qualities. Like there's, with the snake energy all in the donjon, I'm just like, and the lessons, like the understanding of life and love, I'm just thinking this might be a connection that is very attractive and fun and exciting in the time that it's there, but it might bite you, or it might not be, you know, you might using the power of romantic attraction for private agenda. Like this person might not be all forward or honest about their intentions, or they could act like very romantic and sweep you off your feet, love bombing energy, but not really be in it for the long term. And maybe that's okay. Maybe that's all you want as well, and that's totally fine. We're allowed to want that as long as we're all open and honest with each other, not leading people on and things. But anyway, let's jump into this energy here. I don't know if I got much direction with this reading. I just sort of pulled cards and let it go how it wants to go. We've got some channeled message cards and Uncover Love Oracle up there as well. But starting out, we've got the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Sun. So look at all this beautiful yellow bright energy here. So this is very exciting energy, this connection. When you first meet them, it does look very exciting, that they're maybe someone who's very generous with you and makes you feel really good. The Knight of Wands we know to be a bit of a hot and cold energy, someone who can be a little bit selfish. They could be in and out, off and on type person. And then with this beautiful Sun card, the little baby mouse or Joey or whatever it is, I think it's King, yeah, I don't know. It's a little critter. It's holding a red flag. It's a tiny little red flag. So you might overlook it because they're cute, or because it's so fun, and or they are so friendly and nice, or there's something about them that can use the power of romantic attraction, right, for private agenda. So this is, at the start, it's very exciting and very alluring, and it all looks very exciting here for sure. But, you know, it may not stay that way. It's especially with the Knight of Wands here. This is somebody who, as we know, to be an inconsistent energy of the tarot. So someone who's there when they want something and gone when there's nothing there for them to offer, and they'll come back when they want something. So this could be someone who comes back and forwards. This could be a friends with benefits situation. If that's what you're after, then this person would be probably good for that. I don't know. As we progress into this connection, we have the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Star card. So there is still romance. Like it's almost like maybe they string you on a little bit, like they go quiet for a while and get back to their life, but then they'll still send messages here and there that make you feel like there's still something worth exploring, because the Eight of Swords is here and you feel trapped, and you still feel hopeful with the Star card. Like there's something about this connection that's like, they're a lot of fun. The messages they do send are really like, they're fun to talk to, or the way they text, the banter is really like fun or flirty, or something about it. Like they make you smile a lot. I'm feeling really smiley and like, hey, you know, giggly, and I really feel like they definitely are a good time to be around. But are they around for a long time? Probably not. We'll see. Yeah, but it's definitely got you up in your head, and that's probably why the snake is here. Snake spirit, it's a time to heal. Like we're not going to vilify this person just because they're, you know, unapologetically doing whatever they want to do. It's up to us to have those boundaries if it's not something we want, you know. And I think that's part of this person's purpose in your life, is to heal and understand what it is that you do want, if that's energy that you don't want, understanding life and love a little bit more through this connection. But there is something about it that kind of leaves you with a bit of hope that something might eventuate from this connection. So further into the connection, we now have the Two of Cups, the King of Wands, and then the Ten of Wands. And with that Ten of Wands, I feel like This person might have a lot of other options where they make you feel like you're the only one with the Two of Cups here, but really they're sticking off with all these other wands. They're like, here I am, I'm the King of Wands, here's my one wand and my one cup, and I'm here giving it to you. But really, they've got heaps of wands. So I wouldn't really want to believe this person very much. But they feel good, so like it's hard to really see. There's a bit of illusion there, I feel. They're very passionate about you. Like, they make you feel so good. And I think they like talk about the future, but it's like kind of future faking. Like, they're not actually really having anything serious about the future in their plans. Yeah, the Hanged, Judgment, Two of Swords. Yeah, nah. Even the bottom deck energy for this reading is the Five of Pentacles. Hierophant underneath that. So it's like they're leaving the idea of a long-term committed relationship or a marriage connection, something more in like serious. That's something they would leave in the cold. They don't want that, I don't think. They may say they do, but they don't. And you'll know. Or eventually you'll find out. The Five of Pentacles. It's not the most, like, you know, if you're after a reading that's the happy ever after, then the next person you meet is not that person if you're picking this reading. And that's okay. Maybe you dust your hands of this, you know, very, very quickly and get on your road, because that's the part of this connection. It's designed to get you to heal that part of you so that you can align with somebody who's going to give you what you want. So in the outcome of this connection, we have the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Tower. So first of all, a boundary is asserted. I think you speak your truth to this person. You realize your own power here with the Queen of Wands, and you speak that truth. You're like, actually, I can do so much better. I don't know why I was even thinking about playing this game with you. I can see what you're doing here. And you pull the plug. I feel like you pull the plug. And that'd be a good little turner on someone like this, because they're usually the one who leaves someone in the cold and pulls the plug. But if you realize your worth soon enough and you pull the plug, they might leave scratching their head a little bit, like, oh damn, like, oh, I miss out on group 3's amazing energy, and suddenly you're like something that got away. Let them have that. Let them feel that way. I do feel like this is something that may end like in a bit of an abrupt, like an angry conversation maybe had between you both, or it's like just, yeah, but it's because you realize your boundaries and your worth and what it is that you actually want. So yeah, this particular one is one you'd might want to avoid for a long-term connection. But if you're only after a bit of fun, then let it be what it is. So here's some channeled messages from them. We have the Six of Wands energy with I could be your hero baby. So they definitely want to come in and romance you and make you feel good and be that, like, you know, very attractive, like too good to be true, too strong, too quick. You have so many choices and options. That could be you, could be them. I just wish things were different. They may tell you that they've got things, like they've got something else they need to deal with and they can't commit to you, but they will in time. Like, they could give you that whole rigmarole story, like, oh, I'm married and we're not happy and we're separating, and, you know, I'll separate and come to you. Don't wait around for someone who's saying and doing that, please. If you're in that situation right now, or you like get into that situation, just let them go. If they're really genuine about wanting to come back around to you, they will leave their situation, go on a bit of a healing time, and then come and find you later. You know, do not wait around for someone who's doing that. We have the card yes. Then the Sun here too, like, they're gonna really make you feel like this is a big yes, but there's a tiny little red flag. What came out immediately after that was there is someone else. So yes, there is someone else. You cannot trust this person. I'm obsessed with your body. They may come across like you are the only one in that King of Wands, and the amount of passion they have for you and how good they make you feel. They're going to make you feel like you are the only one, but I wouldn't believe it. Wrongful advice. And now is not the time for this connection. And then some of these cards. Now these Uncover Love have positive and negative cards, and there's a lot of negative ones here for this one. So you've got bad jealousy, gives you little freedom, fear of not being good enough, irrational suspicion. And that may be why this person can't commit. Like, I feel like they've got a lot of their own deep issues, and it's not even worth figuring out for you. You don't need to figure out what their problems are. I think it's more about figuring out what you need to heal to no longer accept this type of energy in your life if you don't want it. Like, I want to make that clear. Like, if you want that, then that's okay. Like, by all means, but do not tolerate it. If you're honest with yourself about what you want, don't put up with it. Friendship, prioritizing friendship, fun in the connection, a bond beyond the physical. And you feel that with them too. They're so fun. There's no mistaking it. And that may be what has you in the Eight of Swords holding on to this connection for something else, because you really feel like you're the best of friends. Like you could feel soulmate energy with this person. Like surely they're not connecting this deep with someone else. This is something really special, right? Impatience, now or never attitude, moving too quickly in love or having sex too soon. Selfish, their needs come first, their way or the highway. They think they're always right. Knight of Wands. Protection, no, sorry, projection. You might want to use protection. Projection, not seeing the real you, seeing you as they want, unwilling to do the self-work. And avoidance, avoiding being official, said not looking to get serious, or no straight answers. So yeah, if you find yourself in that position, just leave real quick and have them scratching their heads and wondering what happened because their game didn't work on you, that type of thing. Yeah, the Moon, there's definitely secrets, and Nine of Swords, this person will have you up at night worried and thinking, and you don't want that, you don't need that. A little advice, I think we already know the advice, let's just get out of there. And like a lot of deep reflection. But Knight of Swords, yeah, just rush off to a fresh beginning, go somewhere new, go It's like the Knight of Swords is such a fast moving energy, and I kind of get like, give them your piece if you want to, tell them what for if you really want to, if they deserve it and they've earned it. But for the most part, I see that as like rushing to a new beginning. Like don't wait around, go and give yourself a fresh start somewhere else. Don't wait around with this one. Okay, group 3, that is what I have for you in this reading. It was a little bit interesting, wasn't it? I hope that it gives you some sort of, I don't know about comfort, but clarity and guidance in this particular reading. But I do look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 3. Hey, group 4, welcome to your reading. Bonus group 4 in a bonus reading. You've chosen the Lepidolite heart, and this one is for you. We're going to be doing a little love reading, looking at now this person could currently be in your life. This could be a connection you're already involved in, but the main intention was for energy coming into your life, or like, you know, what's next for you in love. So yeah, I guess it could be someone you already know, or this is how a new connection may unfold, yeah, if you meet this person and you haven't met anyone yet. So let's have a look. Interestingly, here you've got one energy quite strongly. We've got Virgo here, Aquarius. They're probably actually the main energies, maybe Leo, but anyway, I don't think that matters too much. I think it's more about looking at them and this connection. So we're starting out with the Love Oracle. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. This kind of makes me feel like a lot of you are probably already in this connection, and that may be the case. But those of you that are not with anybody, you may meet somebody who you have a lot of ups and downs with if this is what you're choosing. So criticizing one another will lead to further unhappiness. So maybe you both want a relationship but have chosen someone who, you know, triggers you a bit, because there's a lot of, you know, criticism and trying to find harmony within this connection isn't 100% easy. But yeah, so maybe you already resonate with that. If you're already in this connection, I feel like a lot of you will be. But those that are choosing someone new, then yeah, your next person you meet may be like that. And it's up to you if you want to stay or go. It's completely your choice. But these two cards will represent who they are as a person. You have first the Hermit, which is interesting because the first tarot card is also the Hermit. So this person will be a bit of a hermit. So seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. They may even look a little bit like that, perhaps. Bit of facial hair, and, you know, a bit slim and tall sort of guy. Or maybe a gal, I don't know, depending on what you're looking for. Some men do watch these readings. But anyway, shadow attributes: withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgment of others, refusing to help those in need. So you could see both of those attributes showing up in this person. They also have the lion spirit with be generous of spirit. So there's somebody who I feel like they're a very sensitive person, maybe a little fragile at times. And I do believe they do hide away out of fear. Like if you guys have an argument or a fight, chances are they're going to go quiet and just go and sit by themselves and think about things and maybe ruminate a little bit, or they might do something to distract themselves, like watch telly or on their phone or gaming or something that gets them away from it. Maybe I don't really pick up on someone who's like a substance abuser or a drinker, but they could be. I don't really get that, but there's some sort of distraction they'll go to help them block out the world from when they feel like everyone's being too hard on them, you know, fear of negativity, negative judgments of others. And they may neglect your needs in doing that. They may find it hard to understand. Like you may just be trying to explain to them something like what your needs are, or be open with them, and they may take it quite personally and withdraw, and then they're not meeting your needs, and it's kind of a bit hard with this person sometimes. But they're a very generous person. They have the lion spirit here, and it does show generosity. Maybe you're very generous with them as well, actually. Kind of get a bit of that, but I feel like at heart they are a generous person, but they do have a bit of childhood wounding. And we'll start with whatever came out first. There's no real spread here, I'm just going for it. So we're starting with the Hermit, the Two of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. So the Hermit, first of all, again reiterates that they are someone who, you know, prefers their own company, maybe doesn't have too many friends. They don't really like crowds or to go out into the world so much, and if things are hurting them, they will go into themselves and not really seek comfort from friendship or anybody else. They'll sort of just hide away, and they may block their heart space off when they feel like that as well. Like this person's like just trying to offer them fruits, and like there's a magical person here trying to help them, and they're just like, they can't see it, they don't really get it. So I do feel a lot of you are already in this connection, but maybe not. If not, then here's the warning, and maybe you don't want to get involved. But, you know, those that are involved, you know, you probably got involved because you see a light in them. You see something special about them, like the lion spirit. You see part of you can see their goodness. You know, seek solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creative. Maybe it's because they're a very creative person, and it's something you're very drawn to. So the Two of Swords, with the baby being put in the basket at the nunnery here, it makes me feel like this person was maybe abandoned as a child, or they have childhood wounds. Maybe they lost one of their parents or both of their parents. They could have a bit of the orphan archetype in them, where they are, you know, they could, you know, in the past, maybe that's probably why they're a hermit, because they may have sought out like surrogate families in inappropriate places, if you know what I mean, like just finding connection with people that weren't good for them, but just for the sake of having connection, and it's come to learn that they're better off on their own or something like this. But the Two of Swords, and then we have the Queen of Cups, which is like I feel this is you that's come into their life, and they're just like in awe of you when you first meet, and they've like, and even when they like hide away from you or things aren't great, they still love you and are in awe of you, because you have a lot, like you are a big presence. I do feel you're a big presence in their world, for better or worse, I'm hearing. But yeah, you encourage them to rise up and do better. Like you're always trying to guide them and lead them and love them and nurture them. And they really do want your help, and they are on their knees in front of you. Like maybe you've separated with this person actually, and they want you back, and that could be the case for some of you. Like they want to make it work. I don't know if they have what it takes. There's part of them that doesn't seem fully equipped to understand what it is you require in a relationship, or what it requires to make a relationship work, but they want to show up and try anyway. They don't know, but they do want to try, and they think you're so special and beautiful. The next card out was the Five of Cups, and I just saw I felt like this was you and the house was burning. But then I'm like, I bet you there's water in the next card, and it was the freaking star, and she's got these two pictures of water. I'm like, oh God, that's so funny. It doesn't surprise me at all. because I feel like at times this relationship can bring a lot of sadness and disappointment, but there's always this glimmer of hope in them for some reason, something about them, like maybe they come and douse out the flames and try and smooth things over and fix things. But like coming back to this, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. There's a need to accept each other how you are. And if you find that hard to do, then maybe that's not the right person for you, rather than trying to change them. I know there's like a healthy amount of guidance, love and nurturing and support we can give to our partners, but there's also parts of them that we need to just accept, or all of them as they are. And if we can't do that and we're constantly picking at them because it's not good enough, then it's only going to push them further down, and maybe it's not the right connection. But I'm not here to say whether it's the wrong or right connection. I'm just sort of reading, about the energy that comes through here. You make your own choices at the end of the day. So yeah, you may have also met them at a time when you felt like, like this person may have been a bit of a healing balm for you when you first met them. Like at first things were really hard for you in your own world, and they came along and things just looked so bright and it feels so like destined and it felt really good. It's a bit of a mixed bag, isn't it? It's like, yeah, it's a real mixed bag. Then we have the Two of Cups and the Hanged Man. I found that really interesting, coming off this bit of water that's going to put out the flames, and then to the amount of water that someone's drowning in. It's like, it's never quite the right amount in this connection, It's kind of how it feels. Like there's a bit of, it doesn't quite fit in a way or something. Like there's something about it, but there's a sweetness here. Look at the Two of Cups. There's like companionship, and there is sweet moments between you both. But you may also feel trapped in this connection at some point too. Like maybe things have gotten too far and you don't know how to let go, or maybe someone has mental health problems in this connection, and so sometimes things are really, really good, but then when somebody's having an episode, things are not so good. It feels like the house is burning down. It's definitely highs and lows in this connection. Next we have the World card, and that could be another reason for the Hanged Man. Like maybe a baby was born. We have the World with a baby, or if it isn't, not, you haven't met this person yet, then potentially a child could be born in this connection, and bringing in a whole new cycle for you both. We have the Knight of Wands next, which is a bit of an inconsistency card. We have the Eight of Wands and then the Ten of Pentacles. So I I feel like you both want to stick it out with each other here, well, especially if there's been a baby born, but this person is not always around, or they're not always consistent here. And I feel like you're constantly trying to lead and guide them to build something really stable for yourselves. But I don't know, with it being a tree house in the Ten of Pentacles, I know there's a house behind it, but it's almost like you never quite reach the mark of feeling like it's a real genuine relationship that's growing into something substantial, or something that you want. Like I feel like it's like, I'm hearing it'll do or something like that. So maybe there's a sense of settling in this connection, or feeling like, you've got the keys. Like you've got so many keys. You're somebody who I feel like you've got a bit of a fire mind. Like, I don't know, Aries, Mercury, I'm not sure, but there's this real drive. There's a motivation in you that this person doesn't quite have, and I feel like you have the potential to make and create many great things in your world. And when you choose to link with this person, it maybe stunts you a little bit in your ability to create something, whatever it is that you want. In the multitude of options, these keys could unlock any doors, but the door that's open here is a cubby house. So to me, it's like just sort of saying it's like a little bit fantasy maybe, or a little bit like it's not, almost like it's not the real deal, but it could be. And if you're happy to accept that and not criticize each other, then your relationship can, as it says, magically transform. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So here we have I don't even know what this area is, but this card's here. We have the Queen of Wands, and when I first saw her, it's like I saw a bride waiting at the altar for her groom. And I do feel like this is you, Queen of Wands. This is fire energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, but I feel like it's, I really first saw like, oh, okay, where's the groom here? And here's the Six of Wands. You do have somebody showing up, with the Nine of Wands and then the Five of Pentacles. So it's like if you want this relationship to result in buying a home together, I don't know if it's as a team. I think you as a person have got what it takes, but as a team, perhaps not. If you're wanting to get married, I don't know if this person has what it takes to pull that off, to make that happen. I feel like there's something about them that's like they carry a lot of wounds, they carry a lot of trauma from their childhood or from their past. I feel like they, like with their family, their friends and stuff, like they don't really share the harder times so much of the relationship. Like they want everyone to think that you guys have the best relationship, and they're probably a bit embarrassed of the way they are sometimes to actually, like I feel like there's mental health stuff here. Then they may be a bit like shy about letting the family know the struggles they go through in this connection. But I do feel like you're someone who doesn't want to give up on them. Like I see them still trying here, and like almost like that's you and the child who's grown up a little bit now and you're still around or something. Like this is a long-term connection, I do feel. Unless you see this and think that's not for me, you haven't met them yet, then obviously I'll stop saying that, but like it's interesting. I mean, connections are interesting, aren't they? And then the Five of Pentacles, like I kind of feel like this person doesn't care for their health as much as they should, or isn't really capable of like just achieving what they need to achieve to make this relationship work. We've got the Knight of Cups on the bottom, so there is romance, there's moments of playfulness, there's a lot of good things, but I just don't know if it fully amounts to what you want. Is there anything else about this connection I can get here? The Temperance. When I did that in another pile, it got Temperance as well. It's like surrender, let go, that type of energy. But that doesn't mean let go of this connection. Like let go, I don't know, do what you want to do. I'm not telling anyone what to do with their relationships, but it does look like this is a connection that definitely has its highs and its lows. Strength, like Temperance and Strength, two fire sign energies, Sagittarius and Leo here. 10 of Swords on the bottom. Like maybe it is a relationship you do end up letting go of, but it looks like it's slow and painful, and there's healing to be done. Like it's completely up to you with this connection. Let's get into the channeled messages. What one are we doing first? Channeled messages, that one. Okay, and then we'll go into the, what are they called? Uncover Love Oracle. So we have, will you choose me? They definitely want to know that you won't give up on them, I'm feeling. Happiness is my priority. Like they definitely want to have fun times, right? Then maybe that's to a fault, that they just not taking things serious enough potentially. 7 of maybe Pentacles. I just wish things were different. We have a no. I don't want to lose you. They definitely don't want to lose you. Like they really, really do love your presence in their life, and I think their life would be very empty and sad without you in it. And you come in with such a light for them, and you are a big guiding, nurturing energy in their world. So it is, they're going to want to hold on to you. Have I lost everything? So, it probably get to that point where they feel like they've lost you many times over, maybe, if you keep giving them chances. That, I'm manifesting you. They're going to want to keep trying. And I'm open to compromise, which is the Two of Cups. Like they want to make things work. And I feel like even when I'm reading these, I'm like, oh, I want to believe them. I want to believe that they don't want to lose you, and that they are open to compromise, and they can grow and change. But I feel like it's something you want to be careful believing, especially with this original. Criticizing one another will lead to further unhappiness. We have extra effort. Go out of their way to help. Always there for you. Your happiness is important. So do little things for you. Is it enough? I don't know. And this was interesting because these have got negative and positive, and it literally went positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. So it's really up and down, this connection. Anyway, projection, not seeing the real you, seeing you as they want, unwilling to do the self-work. Best self, connecting to the higher self, recognizing your faults, inspired to become better. You definitely do inspire them. They do look up to you and all that you've achieved with yourself. Highs and lows, lack of consistency, full of drama, more lows than highs. authentic, truthfulness, genuineness, not holding back, being your true self. I definitely feel like there's a lot of honesty in this relationship. And grudges, anger issues, holding on to resentment, tit for tat. So there's definitely some resentment that builds up in this connection as well. So that is the connection for group 4. Definitely an interesting one. I feel like doing another love reading again soon, actually, maybe to redeem myself, because some of them were a bit rough, like, you know. But yeah, anyway, it is what it is. We're not always the easiest message to receive in love readings of what's to come, but as long as it's an honest message, then we can do what we want with that information then, can't we? So group 4, I was going to say 3, that is what I have for you. If you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box below. And I hope it gave you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance in this situation. I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye group 4.